This giant, ancient tree has a mysterious metal door right in the middle, like something straight out of a fantasy game. Our guy steps up, confused and curious, wondering what kind of tree comes with its own front entrance. He's seriously baffled now, asking, why is there a door here? Like, did someone install secret tree storage? Without thinking twice, he reaches out to touch the tree door, because obviously nothing weird ever happens after that. Boom, the door bursts open, filling the air with glowing lights and creepy shadowy tendrils swirling around him. The student's face goes pale as shadowy forces whip past, making him seriously question his life choices. He sprints for his life, dodging black shapes, probably rethinking that whole, open random tree doors, strategy. Gasping, he yells, I have to run away quickly. Honestly, this is the fastest cardio he's done all year. Giant creepy hands chase him, but suddenly a glowing golden dragon appears, because regular Tuesdays weren't exciting enough. Our guy panics, screaming that monsters are about to attack. This is definitely not what he planned when he left home today. As the room erupts in a burst of light, Kai desperately shouts, urging someone to move quickly before everything explodes. Kai lunges forward, reaching out and yelling for everyone to run away before it's too late. Catching his breath, Kai sees a girl and someone in a bed, and urgently calls out, Kai. The woman jolts upright, wraps her arms around Kai, relieved he's finally awake, and he confusingly calls her mom. Tears streaming down her face, the mom says Kai's been in a coma for 3 months and she feared he'd never open his eyes. Still in shock, Kai points out something strange, asking his mom about a weird thing floating over her face. Confused and adorable, his mom stares blankly, asking what could possibly be above her face. Did someone put a sticky note up there? Kai emphatically points right at the floating thing, insisting she look at whatever's hovering in the air. A glowing panel appears, and when Kai touches it, the word mother lights up in bold, bright blue letters. Mom suggests they contact Dad, mentioning he's in Hannah's hospital room, because apparently this family never gets a boring day. The main guy hears Hannah might be in trouble and demands answers. Tension is off the charts right now. Hannah is shown unconscious in a hospital bed, hooked up to an oxygen mask. Things just got real serious. We learned 3 months ago, monsters attacked, and both the main guy and Hannah ended up as victims. The main guy remembers how it all started 3 months ago, looking in shock through the hospital window. He suddenly realizes it's his fault. The monsters were released because of his actions. A stern man challenges the main guy, asking if he really released all those monsters across the world. The main guy freaks out. Did he seriously cause monsters to appear everywhere? That's not exactly a small mistake. The older man tells him to look at his phone, probably not to check the weather. The phone shows hunters fighting a horde of monsters in the city, and people at home are actually cheering them on. The hunters manage to push the monsters back in, proving they're tougher than my last expired carton of milk. The guy in yellow says the chaos happening worldwide isn't stopping, and the other guy asks if there are really hunters out there. The man explains hunters first appeared alongside monsters, just ordinary people who got powers to fight back, like magic lottery winners. He reveals humanity's fate now depends on hunters, these epic-looking warriors ready to battle monsters and maybe save Fortnite's servers. Suddenly, a nurse rushes over asking about the family of a patient in room 10 and wants to know about hospital bills. The man apologizes and tries to buy more time, but the nurse warns there aren't enough beds, so they need to hurry or lose their spot. The son asks his dad if they have money for Hannah's medical bills, but dad's just like, awkwardness level over 9,000. The father admits monsters destroyed their home, and now they live in government housing with all their money and stuff gone. The mom looks worried and says if they can't pay soon, the hospital will kick Hannah out. What will happen to her then? The main guy feels hopeless, thinking Hannah won't survive if this keeps up. He wonders if there's anything else he can even do. Suddenly, a mysterious glowing shape appears ahead, lighting up the hall, like the universe just dropped a side quest right in front of him. Kai storms off while someone chases after him, demanding to know where he's going. You know it's serious when Kai won't look back. Kai mutters an excuse to leave, but he's really checking for a mysterious error mark. This isn't your average walk in the hallway. The older man comforts the woman, telling her to let Kai go. Looks like Kai's got some feelings and thoughts to sort out. Kai bolts around the corner like he's dodging commitment and responsibility. He might just qualify for the hallway Olympics at this pace. Someone tells Kai to rest and call the nurse if anything happens, but she looks way too calm for this weird situation. Kai is confused, wondering if he seriously has to talk to this new person. Who knew social interaction was more terrifying than monsters? The mysterious woman approaches Kai in the hallway, asking how she can help him. Suddenly, things feel like a dramatic quest. Kai realizes the whole situation feels like a beginner's tutorial in a video game. Maybe he'll unlock a new skill surviving awkward conversations. This nurse approaches with determination, asking, "What can I do for you?" Our main guy clearly needs something big. Awkwardly scratching his head, the guy asks if the nurse can lower his sister's medical bills. He's got no idea what to do next. The nurse shuts him down. "Sorry, if you can't pay, we move her out of ICU. Others are waiting. This just got real." He stands his ground. Is money all you care about? We're talking about a life here. Hospital's truly the only place where not paying might get you evicted. Frustrated and sweating, the nurse whispers, "Isn't saving lives what you do?" The pressure's on and emotions are running high. Tears streaming, the nurse yells, "We don't want this either." She can't hold it together anymore. Running down the hall, she shouts, "The world is a mess. Total chaos outside, and inside, things aren't any better." Both collapsed on the ground, she cries, "People are gone, everything's wrecked. Survival mode activated. Medicine's low, doctors are scarce, hospitals need money for supplies." She breaks down. This hospital is basically running on hope and expired band-aids. Through the tears, she admits she just started nursing school and is only an intern, barely trained when life flipped upside down. The guy apologizes, looking shocked and guilty, saying he didn't mean to accuse the girl of anything. Tears stream down the girl's face. She says her dad is hurt, they can't afford treatment, and it's all because of monsters. In a tense hallway moment, the girl asks what they're supposed to do with no money or medicine to save her father. Still emotional, she shares her secret wish. If she could just become a warrior, she could get the medicine behind those doors. The guy's jaw drops at the idea. Medicine inside the doors? He asks, his mind racing. The guy learns it's not just medicine. Warriors have access to all kinds of amazing secret items for regular people. Fired up, the guy exclaims how awesome that sounds and blurts out he wants to become a warrior too. Better than becoming a dentist. The girl instantly shuts down his hype, explaining it's not easy. She failed the test to become a warrior herself. She turns to leave, saying she has patients to check on, leaving the guy reaching out desperately, not wanting her to go. The guy calls out, apologizing again, and asks for her name, hoping for one last chance to connect before she disappears. Key's Key introduces herself and tries to calm everyone, saying it's understandable that people are on edge right now. The main guy looks confused, blurting out, "Huh," as he processes what's happening. Key's Key walks away and tells the guy to return to his ward and get some rest. Suddenly, stats appear. Key's Key has a healing attribute, but her score is literally 0. The guy realizes the stat screen only appears when he's super close, like a sneaky pop-up ad. He bolts down the hall, realizing Key's Key failed the test. There's actually a place to see if you can be a legit warrior. He suddenly notices something urgent, his eyes wide with shock. He might be more easily startled than a cat at a cucumber convention. Without hesitation, he sprints off, determined to see what's wrong this time. As he runs up, someone desperately begs, "Hurry and save him. My friend can't die like this." A heated scene erupts. If the patient dies, the angry group demands the doctor pay up, as if hospitals run on refunds. The boy shouts at the worried girl, telling her there's nothing more they can do now, frustration and fear all over their faces. Suddenly, two guys with bad intentions close in on the girl, one gripping something dangerous, and she's trapped in the middle. Out of nowhere, a new guy bursts in, taking down an attacker with a powerful tackle, like football but with higher stakes. The new guy jumps between the troublemakers, warning them he's about to call the cops if they don't chill out now. One green-haired troublemaker grins, mocking his opponent, asking, "Who's going to save you this time?" He's clearly never watched a superhero movie. A doctor rushes into the fray, demanding orthopedic doctors, even though the attacker swears he hasn't broken anything except maybe his pride. The doctor charges down the hallway, determination on her face, looking for answers and clearly about to set things straight. Two huge doctors cross their arms, sizing up the situation, ready to find out who's behind all the chaos tonight. The doctor doesn't hesitate, pointing straight at the two guys who caused all the trouble, busted, like they just failed a pop quiz. The troublemakers bolt down the hall, screaming for each other to hurry up, chased by furious doctors, and I bet their new workout record is unbeatable. Everyone's on edge in the hallway, but the girl is so grateful to Mr. Lee and Mr. Joe for always having their back. Suddenly, the guy notices bruises on the girl's arm. He asks if she's hurt, but she just stares, totally stunned. Someone asks, "Key, are you alright?" She fakes a smile, shrugs it off, then changes the subject like a pro. Key dashes away while the guy and the doctor watch in total confusion. Not the Olympic sprint anyone expected. Chasing after her, the guy calls out, saying she needs help, but Key insists it's just a scratch, no biggie. Out of nowhere, a digital message pops up. "Congratulations, your rescue mission is complete. Want to help your companion level up?" The guy is confused, literally poking the futuristic message, wondering what "level up your companion" even means. He boldly taps the "level up" button, hoping it doesn't just give Key more chores to do. As Key rushes down the hallway, digital effects swirl around her in an epic, game-like glow. Suddenly, Keen's body lights up green. She's shocked, and the guy's equally stunned. Someone skipped the patch notes. The girl's hand starts glowing green and the guy freaks out as she suddenly starts healing right in front of him. She looks shocked and wonders if she's unlocked some hidden healing warrior ability with her powers. The guy stares in disbelief and asks if she's really some kind of healing warrior now. She says she's only seen this on TV. Warriors with healing powers. Maybe she's just binge-watched too much anime. The girl doubts herself, confused why she has abilities when she was told she'd never be a warrior at all. The guy realizes his actions actually helped her level up and his mind is absolutely blown. The guy just became a warrior and the girl looks so proud, cheering him on for leveling up in life. The guy asks if the girl got hurt, but she's acting super chill, like she just tripped over a Lego. Suddenly, the girl gets really close and stares him down, and our boy has no idea what's coming next. He's panicking as the girl starts pulling his shirt. He's clearly not ready for this surprise exam. With serious focus, the girl uses glowing hands to heal him, like a magical doctor from another dimension. The guy watches in total shock as the healing magic glows, probably wishing all doctor visits were this cool. The girl wipes her forehead and laughs, proudly announcing she's done. She definitely deserves 5 stars on Yelp. The guy is pumped. He's healed, he's amazed, and he finally realizes healing powers would make gym class way easier. The guy notices the girl looks exhausted and asks if she's okay, worried he'll need to heal her next. She insists she's fine, gives him a friendly goodbye, and walks away like a hero, dropping the mic. Our main character is desperate, pleading for help in the hallway like he just saw his phone battery hit 2%. He discovers a mysterious panel floating midair, showing his level and a strange question mark. Now he's got more questions than answers. Determined, the main character fist pumps and decides he's going to try being a warrior, question mark or not. He races out into a city in chaos, speed lines everywhere, like he's late for a Black Friday sale. The main character thinks the thugs run wild since the police can't keep up. It's up to him to shake things up. Someone asks where he's going, but he fibs and says he needs a change of clothes. Pretty bold for a hero, right? The main character admits he lied, hoping he's actually cut out to be a warrior, not just a stylish runner. He enters the secretive warrior certification center, ready for business, but hoping there's free Wi-Fi. Looking around, he thinks this place for warriors is way too informal, like, where's the epic music and glowing swords? A suited man asks if he's here for the warrior qualification test. Our hero realizes this guy is probably not offering free samples. Our main guy walks into a sketchy room, questioning if this is really where warriors get evaluated. The mysterious dude with purple hair confirms he's in the right spot, but he's got that, I know a secret, vibe. The purple-haired guy pops open a weird box and tells him to put his hand in, like it's some kind of game show. As our guy's hand hovers, he's told about the door incident, and how this whole setup is super makeshift. Budget cuts, anyone? The main character laughs to himself. The door incident? Seriously, they need better PR. He looks nervous as he asks how he did on the test, but the tension is thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. The purple-haired dude drops the bomb. Sorry, you're not a warrior. Our guy's face looks like he just lost at Mario Kart. The suit guy tries to explain, saying lots of people think they're warriors, but it's usually all in their heads. Most of the time? Yeah, it's just wishful thinking, like me hoping for a second snack after midnight. Cue dramatic lighting. The main character stands tall, ready for whatever comes next, even if he's not a warrior yet. Our main guy steps off a bus, looking lost and ready for the next big thing. He definitely didn't expect adventure today. Instantly, a group of strangers starts laughing at him, but hey, at least someone noticed he arrived. One dude strides up and asks the main guy, "Wanna be a warrior?" No experience needed. That sure sounds legit, right? The main guy is totally confused. Me? But I just got here. He's not sure if he's in the right place or the wrong movie. The friendly recruiter throws an arm around him. Qualifications don't matter here. Practice makes perfect. Warriors are born every 5 minutes. Another guy brags about Lei, apparently, the world's strongest fighter, being on their team. With Lei around, what could go wrong? The recruiter laughs off certifications. Those centers are useless, so I guess no paperwork, just instant hero status. Sidekick agrees, official stuff is for appearances. Honestly, this recruitment process is faster than drive-through banking. The main guy doubts himself, but maybe the machine just couldn't read his epic new hero potential. He shrugs and joins these wannabe warriors. He's all in now. I hope they offer dental. 4 guys are moving down a dark alley, looking like they're about to break the world's record for most suspicious stroll ever. The main character looks super tense, sandwiched between friends and what feels like the front row at a villain convention. Across the street, a mysterious guy spots them from a distance and immediately senses something weird is about to go down. Our crew discovers a pile of rubble, but wait, there's something hidden deep inside those collapsed ruins. The main character shouts, "A door," and everyone stops. It's like real-life hide and seek, but with more anxiety. The cool friend pats the main character's shoulder, joking, "This isn't your first rodeo with weird doors, right?" The main character awkwardly grins, "Yeah, it's my first time. I've totally never seen a magic door before." Cool friend goes all documentary style. Official doors get numbered. This one's unnumbered. It's a rare and mysterious opportunity. Nobody else has found this door yet, so the squad decides whatever treasure is inside is all theirs. Finders keepers, right? The main character wonders if this is even legal, but another guy laughs, "Legal? Bro, have you seen this city's potholes lately?" The leader calls everyone to get moving, but the nervous guy realizes he forgot all his gear at home. The confident teammate grins and says, "Don't worry, with us here, you won't need anything." One friend drapes his arm over the nervous guy's shoulder, insisting, "Let's just go. Everything's fine." 2 more teammates exchange sly smiles, secretly wondering if they should start a YouTube survival channel. The group shoves the new guy forward, telling him he gets the privilege of opening the mysterious stone door. The black-haired guy looks shocked and asks, "Me?" Like he just got picked last for dodgeball. The others explain, "It's tradition, the new guy always opens the creepy door, no debates allowed." As he touches the door, energy explodes around him and the whole vibe turns super intense. The black-haired guy's eyes light up as he promises himself to stop living in fear and be a warrior. He steps inside, expecting danger, but finds just a regular-looking house. Wait, is this a prank show? Suddenly a purple-haired man yells from outside, saying, "Stop there. You can't go in." The group races inside, pushing each other to safety, as if someone just yelled free pizza. One of the guys grins smugly, and you know he's definitely up to something sneaky. The purple-haired man sprints toward them, but he's too late. Someone's been skipping leg day. The man slams open the door in pure panic, and you know things are about to get out of hand. Three friends enter the suspicious building, totally ignoring every warning from the mysterious guy at the door. One of them is worried because that dude looked like some kind of government official, and you know officials never bring good news. The serious guy roasts his friend for doubting, reminding him he was told he's not even qualified to be a warrior. The confident friend throws his arm around the anxious one, saying, "Stop overthinking. When you're with Lei, just copy Lei." Suddenly, the tank of the group points ahead. Something's off down this spooky corridor. So much for a normal day. They're shocked by stone-faced people blocking the hallway, like a wax museum at closing time. The panicking friend asks Lei what's going on, because nothing ever prepares you for hallway statues with creepy faces. Lei is oddly cool about the disaster, saying every door hides something different, so why panic now? The group realizes their path's blocked, so Lei rallies everyone to find another way. Maybe next time, they'll follow the rules. The main guy and his team step into a room filled with smoke, tension building as they brace themselves for whatever's next. He expects a simple boss battle and loot but instantly realizes, this dungeon is nothing like a video game. As he opens a door, he stumbles upon a creepy room with figures frozen into the broken walls and floor. Staring in shock, the main guy observes that these poor people became stone statues mid-meal. Talk about a bad dinner guest. Another teammate explains that what's happening is a common spatial merge phenomenon inside these doors. But for the first time, even the expert admits he's never seen humans fused together like this before. One teammate senses something strange, but Lei tells everyone to relax and stick to the usual plan, like they rehearsed it for YouTube. The two teammates work together, uncovering a mysterious glowing green wall. Could this be treasure or trouble? They discover a large hole filled with sparkling crystals. It's like Minecraft, except way more dangerous. The confident guy flashes a grin and tells the others, "Hey, man. I've got something nice for you, probably not pizza." Lei gives the rookie a glowing green crystal, calling it a welcome gift. This isn't your average welcome to the team cupcake. The rookie asks what it is and learns it's a healing crystal, now used by hospitals for treatment. The team vouches for Lei's generosity. The rookie thanks Lei, who insists everyone's in it together. Crystals for all. Just your typical Monday, right? The buzzkid guy grins and warns the rookie to keep the crystal safe because losing it isn't an option. Lei points to a wall filled with crystal clusters and suggests they collect them all to sell later and split the money as a group. Lei tells the rookie he'll be working the hardest since he's new. He needs to start at the very back. Talk about a trial by crystals. The rookie hesitantly asks Lei if he can borrow a weapon, sweating a little at the thought of what's ahead. Lei reassures him, saying the crystal-filled area is completely safe and he can call for help with a communicator if needed. When the rookie asks again if it's really safe, Lei tells him it's so bright inside he won't even need a flashlight. Glow party. The group teases the rookie for being so jumpy, but someone reminds them he's new and needs their help learning the ropes. This guy says he'll take care of the intersection and be back in a flash. Spoiler, it never goes that smooth. The students are plotting behind his back, totally convinced he's too gullible to notice. No trust here, just bad vibes. They dump their crystals with fake smiles, acting like they totally know what's best. Nothing says teamwork like tossing valuables. Our main guy feels grateful, thinking Lei is generous for giving him a free crystal. Oh buddy, never trust free samples. He plans to use the crystal to heal his sister, but this cave has the creepiest, safe zone energy I've seen since my last dentist visit. Suddenly, a mysterious shadowy figure appears. Our guy is frozen in shock, clutching the glowing crystal like a bad party favor. He bolts away from the shadow, panic mode activated, and tries his best Olympic sprint through the cave of sparkles. Sweating and terrified, he admits this place just jumped to the top of his nope list. I'd rather face spiders than that. He realizes that the victims just vanished from their homes and appeared in this bizarre, dangerous place. Well, that's one glitchy GPS. He questions if everything happening is his fault for opening that door. Turns out curiosity doesn't just kill cats, it traps students. Glasses guy just felt a huge chill as purple energy swirls around him, like he realized he forgot his homework. Suddenly, a mysterious glowing figure steps out from the shadows, lighting up the cave like someone turned on the Wi-Fi. Our main guy freezes as a shadowy monster staggers toward him in a creepy cavern. Seriously, this thing looks nightmare certified. The monster charges full throttle, and our dude goes full panic mode, barely dodging those razor-sharp claws. He sprints away, yelling for help, but that monster is right behind him, gaining fast. This is no casual jog. Meanwhile, another group hears the cries for help, but they're just chilling, looking more interested in their phones than saving lives. The confident guy smirks and says, "Here he goes," like he's about to launch a TikTok challenge instead of a rescue mission. With a glowing cube floating nearby, the group hides. Honestly, they're playing hide and seek when a monster's on the loose. Suddenly, a burst of energy shocks a crowd of people, turning everything into chaos. Talk about a shocking turn of events. Some people look like they've seen their Wi-Fi go down midstream. Total panic as energy crackles everywhere. Our three heroes finally rush down a hallway, maybe thinking it's time to help, or just hoping for a bathroom break. Then the jackpot. They bust open a door and find piles of glowing treasure. Forget the monster. They're already planning their shopping spree. These guys are smashing glowing crystals like it's a Black Friday sale. Hurry, grab as much as you can. Nobody is leaving empty-handed. Out of nowhere, the main guy gets sucked into a vortex, spinning way faster than my morning coffee hit. He lands in front of a massive glowing tree, jaw-dropping. This place looks less like a treehouse and more like a boss fight. Sweat drips as he panics. Which way should I go? You can tell he's picking directions like trying to choose a Netflix show. Whatever, I'll take this way, he shouts, sprinting headfirst, with no GPS required and even less of a plan. Suddenly, zombie-like figures block his path, and he yells, "What the hell are these?" Definitely not what he expected after brunch. He's ambushed, hands grabbed from everywhere. Somebody call for a group hug? Nope, these guys missed the memo about personal space. With a massive jump, he smashes through rocks, so hard, even my Bluetooth speakers felt the bang. On his knees, catching his breath, he's shocked. What? I can actually take them down? Self-confidence downloads in real time. Now he's super hyped, declaring, "I'm qualified to be a warrior. I can fight. Someone please get this guy a motivational poster." The main guy wonders if he can actually win without any weapons, but remembers his last kick was surprisingly powerful. Desperate, he shouts for Lei and the others, sprinting through the cave looking for anything to defend himself. The smug dude with green rocks warns his crew to hurry up, saying the weakling won't last much longer. Another guy with a sack jokes it's the first time they've scored such a huge loot, while his bald buddy grins. The main guy crouches in the shadows, overhearing the villains laugh about how easy it is to fool students. Furious, the guy with the green rocks calls out, realizing he's been tricked, as his crew glances back in amusement. The smug dude smirks and mocks, saying it's too late for our hero to figure out their plan now. Without hesitation, the villain stomps on a communicator and tells the hero to be smarter next time. Ouch, must be his leg day. The communicator shatters under his boot, cutting off any chance for backup or help from the outside. The main guy clenches his fist, vowing justice, knowing these liars have probably hurt countless others before him. Our hero shouts, "They're worse than monsters," as energy explodes around him. Something big is coming, and you don't want to miss this. Suddenly, a stone-skinned creature emerges from the shadows. The hero freezes, realizing it's not just any monster, it's nightmare fuel. With lightning-fast instincts, the hero grabs the nearest weapon, a chair. Not exactly a sword, but hey, it's all about improvising, right? Swinging for his life, the hero smashes down on the monster. That's one way to redecorate a cave, with pure panic and courage. Breathing hard, he believes in himself now. I can beat them. The glow around him is getting stronger. Who needs coffee with that energy? Just then, he's caught off guard. More creatures appear, charging at him. This looks worse than Monday morning at the grocery store. He roars a battle cry and launches himself at the horde. Zero hesitation, 100% adrenaline. Mid-fight, the hero gets surprised by a swift attack. Huh? He blurts out, knocked off his rhythm, as things just got way more complicated. His weapon flies out of reach as he dodges by a hair. The monsters close in, and it's officially panic time. He runs for his life, glancing back, confused. Why isn't it working this time? Turns out, monsters don't come with a pause button. Out of nowhere, a giant hand yanks the guy by the foot, ripping the ground like it's made of paper. He tries to break free, yelling, "Let go of me," but there's no escape as energy surges around him. Suddenly, he's smashed by a wild force, tossed around like he's in a blender, getting hit from every side. Staggering up, he clutches his chest in shock, realizing, my bones are broken. Not the best way to skip gym class. He can't move and is paralyzed with fear as a horde of creepy figures rush toward him in the shadows. The shadows close in, reaching for his face while he's stuck, unable to do anything except brace for the worst. Our hero faces off with a stone monster, barely dodging its crushing grip and refusing to back down for even a second. Surging with energy, the main character's eyes light up and his wounds vanish like a cheat code just activated. Suddenly, he dodges a massive wave of creepy shadow monsters all rushing him at once like it's Black Friday at the mall. Overpowered, he's flung high into the air by the charging mob, but he's not giving up just yet. He lands and checks himself out, amazed to see that somehow, all his wounds have magically healed. And then, out of nowhere, he spots a bright blue level indicator. Did he just level up during this madness? With a new burst of energy, our hero feels lighter than ever, his body practically floating as he prepares to fight back. But he's confused. He didn't do anything special, so how on earth did he even level up? He dashes across the battlefield, moving faster than a caffeine-fueled squirrel at a nut convention. Whatever's happening, he decides to just keep running for his life and figure things out later. Out of nowhere, even more stone zombies surround our hero. He literally cannot catch a break today. He's falling fast, twisting midair, looking way cooler than I ever would in the same spot. He lands hard and immediately plans. There's no way he can keep dodging these living statues forever. He shoves a stone zombie aside, desperate to regain his mysterious power from earlier, but so far, nothing. Sprinting down the hall, chased by a bunch of angry mannequins, he's just trying to remember what triggered his power. He flashes back. Last time he felt true rage, he unlocked something epic inside himself. His eyes light up with fury. Power crackles around him. Rage mode activated. That's definitely one way to skip therapy. Now glowing with energy, he faces the charging zombie horde, ready to unleash chaos. With a fiery punch, he smashes into the enemy, definitely skipping arm day after this. His power erupts with a massive boom, shattering stone monsters left and right like it's a superhero sale. The black-haired guy shouts with excitement, "I made it." His face is filled with determination and sweat is dripping down. Suddenly, he clutches his hand and yells, "Ouch. It hurts." Maybe being a hero is harder than it looks. Another man sprints in, warning, "Don't hit them with your bare hands." This is starting to feel like every group project ever. The guy in the hoodie stares in shock and asks, "Aren't you from the certification center?" Things are getting suspicious fast. The suit guy commands, "Grab something. Use anything you can find as a weapon." The hoodie guy nervously repeats, "Anything?" In a calm, cool move, the suit guy clicks a pen, ready for action. Nothing like high-stakes office supplies. The suit guy swings with incredible speed, the hoodie guy watching as the attack slices through the air. Their stone-like enemies shatter apart, pieces flying everywhere. Pen versus monsters? That's a plot twist. Surrounded by more enemies, the suit guy shouts, "Don't just stand there. Find a weapon. I can't handle this many alone." Hoodie guy dashes off frantically, thinking, "All right. A weapon. A weapon. This is the most stressful scavenger hunt ever." This guy launches a cleaver into the wall and grins, thinking, "This will work. Let's hope he's not chopping onions with that energy." With both hands, he grips the handle tight, getting ready to pull the cleaver out like it's Excalibur. He's pulling with all his strength, face turning red, but that blade is stuck tighter than a lid on a pickle jar. Doubt hits. Our hero's mind races. How did I do it before? While his friend yells about using adrenaline, anger, and fear. Taking a breath, the main guy repeats, "Anger, fear, adrenaline." His eyes lock in, and he suddenly gets it. Fire-like energy swirls around as he slowly reaches up for the blade, determined to pull it out this time. Intensity is through the roof. He's told to act like he's on the brink of death, feeling his heart pound in his chest. With a surge of energy, our guy yanks the cleaver free, shouting, "I did it." He looks like he just won the world's weirdest lottery. Meanwhile, his suited friend is whacking monsters, yelling, "Don't stop. Channel that power into your weapon." Like the world's wildest gym coach, the suit guy's attack smashes enemies left and right. Honestly, these monsters probably didn't sign up for this chaos when they woke up today. Our main guy leaps from the shadows, his blade glowing, aiming straight for the baddies below. He smashes the ground so hard, it's like he's trying to dig a shortcut to Australia. Standing strong, our hero's fire aura explodes while his stunned friend realizes something insane just happened. With blazing eyes, he swings the blade again, determined to keep control of the fight. The suit guy can't believe it. He's in shock, saying our young hero actually pulled off the impossible. Dust settles and the main guy stands tall, clutching his weapon, debris crumbling at his feet. He's totally out of breath, but you can tell he's not done yet. This guy won't back down for anything. The purple-haired friend turns and shouts, "How did you just use a warrior's power? You're not even a warrior. Like discovering your goldfish can juggle." The main guy admits he felt like a warrior and just showed up for the test, looking totally serious about it. The examiner is suspicious, wondering if the testing system messed up somehow because this doesn't add up. The examiner points and says they need to move. There's so much eerie energy around, something could show up again. Both of them sprint into action, dashing up the stairs as if this building owes them money. The examiner calls for backup, saying monsters inside are reviving at level 40. Like, how is that fair? The examiner asks the main guy to stay close, because a real warrior has to control this weird door situation. The examiner suddenly asks if he really used a pen as a weapon just now. The main guy just shrugs and says, "Yeah." The main guy questions if that pen is some secret spy gadget, because who uses office supplies in a fight? The examiner explains, anything can be a weapon, it's about how you use it. Somewhere, a fork and a mirror cheer. The examiner is baffled, scolding the main guy for not knowing basic warrior stuff. Like signing up for PE and forgetting your gym clothes. Lee Benoit scratches his head, looking relieved, and thanks his rescuer for saving his life after a close call. He explains how he fell for newcomers' scams, only realizing he was in danger when it was too late. The man in the suit warns that once the door shuts, there's no way to unlock it from outside. Benoit introduces himself as a warrior but admits he's only good at paperwork, not fighting. A lone figure walks toward a heavy-duty vehicle on a battered cobblestone street, tension hanging in the air. Suddenly, everyone sprints into action, urgency written on their faces as they dash through the ruined city. "Thanks," the leader says, reaching out as his group continues running, with a smile and a quick, "My pleasure." Benwa's face hardens with determination as digital light flickers around him, like he just unlocked Ultra Instinct mode. Glowing blue screens rank everyone by numbers, 42, 43, 44, 45, like some wild video game leaderboard. Benwa's eyes widen. Turns out, the so-called desk clerk has a higher rank than all those warriors. Maybe paperwork really is op. The mentor tells the guy to head back so he can be tested again, setting up the next big challenge. In front of a laptop, the mentor admits the test results are weird. This guy now barely meets the warrior standards. The student asks if this means he's officially eligible to join the legendary warrior group. The mentor knows the student would keep taking risks no matter what he says, but the student swears he won't be reckless again. Our student receives an envelope, told to go to the official mission center. Rookies get their own department and a lot of paperwork. The mentor slides over a business card, telling the student to reach out if there are any problems. This is networking, anime style. With a serious look, the mentor asks the student to promise never to take careless risks with his life again. Like, ever. The student bows and promises he'll behave, but let's be honest, that's what everyone says before doing something wild. The next scene, our rookie walks up to a massive building with a giant red cross. Yup, looks like the mission center or, well, a hospital. He wonders how on earth he'll explain all this to his mom. "Sorry, Mom, got promoted to rookie warrior instead of grabbing socks." Haeyun stares at a glowing green gem, wondering if it's actually a healing crystal or just shiny enough to fool the internet. At the front desk, Haeyun asks a nurse if she knows where Ki is, holding the mysterious crystal tightly. Rolling up in a wheelchair, a girl asks Haeyun why he looks like he wrestled a washing machine and lost. Haeyun fires back, asking what happened to the girl in the wheelchair, like he's not the only one having a rough day. The nurse explains the wheelchair girl awakened some wild power and healed so many people that she almost passed out. The wheelchair girl looks upset, admitting she tried to heal Haeyun's sister but just wasn't strong enough for the tough job. Haeyun shows off the glowing healing crystal, asking if it could actually help her out or if it belongs on a keychain. The nurse's eyes light up, confirming it's a real healing crystal and saying they haven't had one that good in ages. Everyone's shocked as glowing energy fills the room. These healing crystals are the hottest ticket in town and almost impossible to find. Haeyun gives a laid-back smile, saying let's try the crystal first and worry about everything else after. Classic move. It's like putting IKEA furniture together without the instructions. The specialist team rushes out as the woman in yellow tries to catch up, desperate to help with the situation. Out of nowhere, a guy stops her wheelchair and tells her to take care of herself before anything else. She argues she wants to help but is totally drained and has no clue how long her recovery will take. As they pause in the hallway, the guy activates something strange on her wheelchair, surprising her. A digital message pops up, offering to help the woman level up after completing their mission. She transforms, glowing green, and looks way more powerful, like someone drank 5 energy drinks at once. Now glowing and full of life, she grins at him, saying she feels stronger than ever. The woman sprints down the hall, ready to heal more people, while the guy shouts after her to slow down. Suddenly, something creepy looms behind him, honestly, scarier than when you realize it's Monday tomorrow. A concerned woman grabs his shoulder, demanding to know where he's been and telling him to look at his rough state. The guy stumbles in with ripped clothes and a worried mom freaks out about blood, but he insists he's fine, just lots of dramatic entrances. He explains it's not blood, just paint from a fall at a construction site. He decides to pause his mysterious plans. Fired up and determined, he suddenly declares he's got a new goal: he's going to become a real warrior, like Rocky montage time. And for step 2, he's set on hunting down Lei and his gang of bullies for the ultimate revenge. Someone's watched too many superhero movies. 3 family members stare, shocked, as they realize something's not right with Haihua. Haihua lies in bed, eyes open, as someone calls out to her, "Mother." The entire family gathers around Haihua's bed, celebrating that she's awake and safe. What a relief. The doctor reassures everyone that Haihua is fine and just needs to rest for a while. Haihua sits up, confused, asking Haeyun what happened, and he jokes she almost gave everyone a heart attack. Another woman steps in and tells Haihua she should thank her brother, who risked everything to save her. Haihua thinks back, remembering her visit to Haeyun's school before everything went blank. Her memories grow darker. She recalls seeing herself lost in a swirling, ominous place. Suddenly, countless glowing eyes appear, watching from the darkness, cranking up the fear factor. Terrified, Haihua clutches her head and starts trembling. She definitely didn't sign up for this family vacation. Haihua gets comforted by her family. They tell her she's safe and everyone is here for her now. Haeyun enters the room looking super down and barely says, "I'm sorry." Talk about an awkward entrance, right? Haihua looks at Haeyun confused, wondering why he's even apologizing to her. Haeyun promises Haihua he'll keep her safe, and swears never to let anything scary happen to her again. Suddenly, Haihua's all smiles, declaring her brother Haeyun is now a warrior, hyping him up like he just won the lottery. Heiwa's dad explains being a warrior means fighting monsters, and now there are lots keeping everyone safe. Haihua gets inspired and says she'll become a warrior too, shocking Heiyun with her determination. Haihua jokes that if her silly brother can be a warrior, she's definitely got what it takes. Talk about sibling rivalry. Heiyun quietly admits Haihua is way stronger than he is, at least emotionally. Someone tells Heiyun he can relax since his sister is so upbeat. He agrees, but you know he's still worried inside. This guy just admitted, she's tougher than I imagined. How tough? Tough enough to surprise a dude with anime hair. The brown-haired girl asks, what's your next move? Heading to that mission center? He's like, yeah, gonna check it out. Our main guy hears about warrior training programs and wonders if she wants to join. They're plotting a power-up together in this hallway. She wishes she could go, but the hospital is way too short-staffed. Turns out saving lives beats warrior training, at least for today. She suggests he learn the new skills and teach her later. That's basically the ultimate, take notes for me in class, move. He promises to see if the instructors offer online classes. If only warrior training had a Zoom link, right? Now he's holding a permission slip, but he's almost 18 and still needs his mom's signature. Even warriors have to deal with paperwork. He stares at the slip and sighs. His birthday is still 2 months away, so he's stuck waiting. Bureaucracy defeats even the boldest heroes. He spots the Warrior Mission Center sign and looks determined. Nothing's stopping him from leveling up, except maybe a missing signature. He walks in, surprised at how chill the place feels. Just like that certification center on the coach, he thinks. Maybe they'll have free snacks, too. Our main guy enters a room packed with intimidating warriors, swords and serious faces everywhere. This is not your average club meeting. He's totally in awe, thinking, whoa, this is the Warrior Mission Center? Everyone here looks like they're ready for a superhero movie. Suddenly, he runs straight into a dude with muscles that could bench press a car. Yeah, this is definitely not gym day at school. The muscle dude leans in and asks, need any help? Let's be honest, if I was him, I'd just pretend to faint right there. Our hero nervously smiles and says, no, thank you, clearly hoping to avoid getting tossed like a salad. The big guy isn't letting it go, asking if the kid even knows where he is. This is getting more intense than my Wi-Fi signal when it drops. Suddenly, a fierce woman steps in, Taishan. Scaring people again, aren't you? She keeps him in check like a substitute teacher on a mission. Taishan instantly starts backpedaling, claiming he was just trying to help. He's got moves. Maybe dodgeball champ before this job? The lady slams the desk, giving Taishan a lecture about sticking to his receptionist duties, not auditioning for WWE. Taishan sulks at the information desk, complaining it's too cramped. If I was that muscular, I'd need a bigger desk too. Miss Wu slams her hand on the table, demanding to know where the shirtless guy's uniform is. She tells him to at least wear a tie so people know he works at the front desk. The muscular guy blushes and awkwardly puts on a pink tie, agreeing with Miss Wu's orders. The main character thinks to himself, now he looks even creepier as the muscled man poses confidently. Suddenly, the main character is asked, what are you here for? By a sharp-eyed Miss Wu. Dripping with nervous sweat, he realizes Miss Wu is way scarier than the muscle mountain at the front desk. The guy and a woman walk together down a sunlit hallway, and she's grilling him about not knowing what being a warrior meant before diving in. She admits she got tricked into it, but Mr. Lee came to the rescue. Talk about a wild way to meet your hero. The woman puts it together. Manhwa saved this guy, and suddenly everyone's trying to figure out just how deep this connection goes. She reveals she used to work with Manhwa, but something happened and now he's doing boring paperwork instead of fighting monsters. The woman says the guy had zero warrior skills before, but after going through a weird door, suddenly he's got powers. Did he eat a magic snack? Our guy's not even sure how it happened. He just knows he threw some punches and somehow leveled up like it's a video game. The woman explains that training and artifacts help warriors, but there's no way he should have gotten that strong, that fast, unless he secretly owns cheat codes. The guy is stressing, saying he doesn't know anything, he's just the new kid on the block. She tells him that ever since the door incident, weird things keep happening, and nobody knows why, not even Google has the answers. The woman explains that right now, warriors are gathering data nonstop, getting ready just in case the next battle's even crazier. A woman swings open the classroom door, ready to spill all the secrets to the new students. Everyone turns to see the new arrival, curiosity levels instantly hitting maximum. Ms. Wu claps her hands, telling everyone to sit down, class is about to get real. Ms. Wu singles out the black-haired guy, telling him to grab any empty seat. He agrees super fast. He sits down, totally distracted, thinking Ms. Wu looks way too familiar. Ms. Wu formally introduces herself as their instructor, looking as confident as ever. Suddenly, the new guy shouts, Chemical Wu, it's you, like he just solved a murder mystery. Instantly, he's sweating bullets as if he just yelled, bingo, at a rock concert. Ms. Wu gives him the ultimate side-eye, asking if he's from Gold Eagle High School. He tries to act adorable, admitting she taught him chemistry before. Hopefully, he remembers more than just explosions. The new teacher reveals she used to teach chemistry at Gold Age High and warns students not to give teachers nicknames. The main guy sheepishly apologizes, swearing it wasn't his idea, as the teacher's eyes starts to glow red. Intense. The teacher gets right up in his face, demanding he stop calling her that, and he promises never to do it again. She walks off confidently, telling the class she used to be a chemistry teacher but now she's a warrior. With a sly smile, she corrects herself. She's actually a sorcerer among warriors, which sounds way cooler than being principal. Suddenly, the teacher conjures fire and ice in her hands, surprising the entire classroom with her epic magic powers. Two massive streams of magic burst from her, causing the students to freak out and duck for cover. The blasts swirl through the classroom, sending students flying and everyone scrambling for their lives. The classroom is filled with chaos as students dodge the swirling energy, probably regretting skipping breakfast. The main guy stares in awe, eyes wide, and just shouts, "So cool," like he's at the world's wildest science fair. Miss Wu breaks down magic like a chemistry lesson, blowing all expectations out of the water for her students. One student is totally confused. Magic sounds way too scientific coming from Miss Wu, not Hogwarts at all. Miss Wu isn't here just to entertain. She warns the class understanding how abilities work is what makes you a real warrior. She explains that triggering a warrior's power isn't just cool, it's all about controlling that adrenaline rush in your body. A determined boy in the back thinks, "Let me check Miss Wu's stats." Suddenly, this feels like a video game classroom. He discovers Miss Wu only has a magic level of 52. Apparently, that's not even top tier for this school. A prompt pops up at Aoanchuan as a companion. The guy is pumped. She's strong, and who wouldn't want help on their side? But he taps the screen and, nothing. He can't click yes, not even with all his gamer skills. The game flashes a message in his face, prerequisite task unfinished. Unable to add companion. Every gamer's worst nightmare. Turns out, he needs to increase Miss Wu's affinity first. Guess this partnership is like trying to get out of the friend zone. Our hero sits in class, totally confused, wondering how on earth to boost his affinity. Suddenly, a mysterious blue orb appears out of nowhere, leaving him speechless at his desk. The orb explodes with energy, blasting him back and drawing stares from everyone in the classroom. The teacher notices and scolds him, asking what he's daydreaming about instead of paying attention. She mocks him in front of everyone, joking that he must be in elementary school for playing alone. The entire class bursts out laughing, making the poor guy wish he had an invisibility cloak right now. The teacher snaps, ordering him to stay after school. So much for a smooth day. He sulks at his desk, realizing her affinity score for him just hit rock bottom. At this rate, he'll need friendship lessons. He's struggling to power up, trying every motivational trick to get hyped like he just chugged 3 cans of energy drink. Our guy collapses, begs Miss Wu for mercy, and looks like he just ran a marathon during PE class. Miss Wu roasts him, questioning if he's even a real warrior and why he can't use the easiest skill possible. He hopes for a miracle, thinking his powers only show up when his life's actually in danger, just like last time. Miss Wu lectures him, saying warrior skills shouldn't depend on luck. He nods, determined, promising to try his best. He distracts himself asking about weapons. Seriously, how do you even choose the perfect sword out of this arsenal? Miss Wu shares the secret. Pick the weapon you feel most comfortable with, and make sure you vibe with it. He's puzzled, wondering out loud how you can connect with a weapon. Do swords have Wi-Fi these days or what? Miss Wu explains, it's all about believing in your weapon. Only true confidence will unlock its real potential. She reminds him that Manhwa once defeated monsters using just a pen. He's seen it, but still wonders if a pencil counts. This guy says most people trust swords and knives, but hand him a pen and they're basically useless. But Manhwa isn't like most people. His willpower makes him unstoppable, even without a fancy weapon. The confident woman sighs, admitting Manhwa is honestly way better than she is. Manhwa asks, totally shocked, how someone so incredibly skilled ended up with a regular office job. She reveals the mystery man used to be a frontline warrior, but stops before spilling the full story. She decides to keep his past a secret, telling Manhwa the man will explain himself later if he wants. Turning the tables, she asks Manhwa if he's settled on a weapon or figured out his best battle attribute. Manhwa is clueless about attributes, so she explains it's just the combat style that fits him best, like magic, melee, or healing. He thinks hard, remembering he once used a folding chair and a kitchen knife, so maybe melee is his thing. She looks stunned. How did Manhwa even fight monsters armed only with a folding chair? That's like wrestling but for heroes. The black-haired guy admits he panicked but managed to push monsters back using random stuff he found lying around. The woman is stunned, thinking he's already insane if he can handle monsters with something as basic as a pen. She can't believe he's that strong, suspecting maybe the emergency just made him a beast, and confusion is definitely in the air. Time for the next test. She tells him to pick a weapon and get ready for real action. Our hero looks clueless, admitting he's never touched a weapon and asking which one he should grab. He wonders if a bow and arrow is a good option, just like Haihua, who always loved archery more than her internet speed. Then he considers a scalpel, questioning if it counts as a real weapon, or if it's only for surgery emergencies. Suddenly, she stops him and asks why he wants to be a warrior since he looks more desk job than action hero. He explains his sister was hurt, so he became a warrior for cash and crystals to help heal her. The woman checks on his sister's health, and he beams, thanks to a healing crystal, his sister is now totally safe. Miss Wu tells him he doesn't need to become a warrior anymore, since his mission is already done. He admits it's true, but says there's something holding him back from quitting, even with his sister safe. He's sweating, admitting he doesn't want to give up, even if he can't explain why. Facing Miss Wu, he tries to put it into words, feeling like he just has to become a warrior. Miss Wu gives him advice, suggesting he discover his reason. Maybe that'll help him unlock his hidden abilities. Suddenly, he notices something weird and asks Miss Wu, was that door there earlier? Miss Wu's eyes narrow as they spot a mysterious exit sign lighting up a suspicious door. The door creaks open with an ominous sound, totally not a good sign, unless it's delivering pizza. Something massive and swirling bursts through, flooding the hallway with blinding, spiraling energy. Amidst the chaos, he shouts, Miss Wu, you're back. As they're swept into the mayhem, Miss Wu shouts she's fine and tells the guy to take cover as purple energy swirls around them in the action-packed lab. The guy asks if there are monsters behind the door, but Miss Wu's already moving to check, super calm, or just used to weirdness. Something's lurking deeper inside, shadows swirl and creepy noises echo, like every haunted house times 100. The tension builds as they walk closer. The guy sweats, whispering, is that crying or howling? This is why he hates Mondays. Miss Wu orders him to call Taishan for backup while she rushes ahead like she skipped reading the employee handbook. Desperate, he shouts at Miss Wu not to go yet. Wait for backup, but she's already sprinting like it's Black Friday at the mall. Miss Wu sprints to the door, determined. Nothing's getting out on her watch, not even last season's fashion. She declares that if those things escape, the consequences could be disastrous, like someone letting loose raccoons at a pizza party. Inside, the guy hesitates, seeing Miss Wu through the doorway while memories or visions flash in black and white. The guy urgently calls Taishan, reporting a mysterious door just appeared in the training room. Teamwork time, maybe. The black-haired guy looks tense as he learns the door locks from the outside once entered. There's no turning back now. He rushes through the halls, yelling for assistance and telling everyone else to evacuate, so it's officially panic mode. Without hesitation, he grabs a staff from a rack of weapons, making it clear he's gearing up for whatever is next. Our hero dashes with a brave woman through a dark corridor, flashlight in hand, like some high-stakes escape room challenge. She turns on him, furious, demanding to know why he followed her inside. Apparently, teamwork wasn't on her bingo card today. The woman tells the guy to hang up and use the phone's flashlight. He fumbles, realizing the phone needs to be unlocked first. She takes matters into her own hands and finally switches on the flashlight, ready to face whatever's coming. Suddenly, the guy's holding a broom like it's a legendary weapon, and she's super confused by his choice. He admits he accidentally grabbed a broom instead of something useful. Well, at least the floor's safe from dirt. The woman looks at him seriously and asks why he's even bothering to help if he can't do anything right. She walks away, saying he's only causing trouble while he stands there, looking a little lost. The guy explains he couldn't leave her alone, since the door locks from the inside and he cares about her safety. She bursts out, asking if his plan is to just get stuck and die together. Talk about extreme team bonding. He keeps his cool and asks Miss Wu what her original plan was, hoping she didn't actually mean to get trapped. Miss Wu admits she only meant to wait for backup outside, but now they're both stuck waiting for reinforcements. The guy with the mop is determined to stay put and wait, while his partner looks ready for anything with her flashlight. The woman insists they defend the place. She's not letting another door number 1 disaster happen on their watch. He's confused about the infamous door number 1, but she confirms it was the very first door found and locked down. Flashback. When door number 1 opened, nobody had a clue what to do, and chaos broke out fast. Freaky monsters like wolves, birds, and minotaurs burst out. Everyone was too scared to even go near that door. All those creatures came flooding out, causing total mayhem and leaving a trail of chaos behind them. After a wild battle, the team barely managed to push those creatures back inside and seal the door tight. He asks Miss Wu if she fought back then, and she reveals that's when she met Manhwa, right in the middle of all the action. Now the guy's hyped up like he just won a golden ticket, geeking out over their instant warrior powers, like leveling up in real life. Miss Wu admits she never really figured out what happened, but she remembers a strange golden light alongside the monsters. The woman explains, after she touched a mysterious ray of light, she suddenly gained incredible new abilities. The guy looks shocked, questioning the connection between this light and the strange powers everyone's getting. They talk about joining a group of warriors, revealing they've been researching bizarre doors ever since. The woman shares that everything weird started with the very first door that opened. The guy's worried. He asks if that first door appeared at a school, like he's got a personal stake in this. But she immediately shuts it down, saying the first door actually showed up in a plaza, not a school. The guy clearly feels relieved, as if he just dodged a math test he didn't study for. She's suspicious, asking why he's acting weird, but he brushes it off and laughs nervously, totally suspicious. Right as she's about to share a big secret about the first door, something interrupts with a loud noise. The two freeze, staring at a phone that just lit up, faces shocked like they saw their internet bill. Haeyun and Miss Wu freeze as they hear a strange sound getting louder outside the room. Tension skyrockets. What's about to burst in? Miss Wu clutches her glowing pendant, the mysterious light pulsing brighter with every second. Is this a secret power-up, or just a really fancy night light? With twin flames blazing in her hands, Miss Wu issues a command. Haeyun is to hold the door, but run if things get too wild. Stakes maxed out. Haeyun tries to protest, but Miss Wu shuts him down. If he joins the fight, she says, he'll just slow her down. Haeyun faces a bizarre choice. A digital prompt asks if he wants to add Yuanchuan as a companion. And yes, he's still holding a broom. With sweat on his brow, Haeyun pleads, asking Miss Wu if she could just like him a little more right now. Awkward timing, dude. Miss Wu, ready for battle, fires up her magic. Haeyun explains. The only way he can power her up is if they're companions. That's some next-level teamwork. A chilling black shadow creeps up the staircase, calling out to Miss Wu. And it's not her Uber Eats delivery. Miss Wu realizes in shock. It's a human voice echoing through the darkness. Now that's a twist she didn't see coming. Haeyun and Miss Wu cautiously advance, magical flames at the ready. Haeyun's confused. The voice is calling out her name specifically. What does it want with Miss Wu? Miss Wu urges caution, warning they don't know what kind of monster could be ahead and it could be a trap. The guy insists that no monsters have ever talked before, and this might be the first talking monster case ever. Miss Wu jokes it could just be a parrot copying them, since he called her Miss Wu and the monster might have heard. Going down the stairs, Miss Wu admits he's right. There are actually cases of monsters mimicking humans. Suddenly, weird energy flashes and someone or something says, chemical. Wu, as Miss Wu looks shocked. Miss Wu stares at the guy, demanding if he just called her, chemical Wu. He freaks out, swearing he'd never dare. A distant voice cries for help. Miss Wu realizes it's not a monster mimic. She thinks one of her students is in danger. Miss Wu lights up her fists with blazing powers, charging downstairs as she shouts to hang in there. The guy desperately shouts for Miss Wu to come back, insisting he didn't hear anyone calling for help. The guy with the broom shouts that this could be a trap, desperately reaching for Miss Wu as she charges ahead. Miss Wu isn't backing down. She's convinced she's just one step away from saving a student in danger. The guy remembers how Manhwa saved him, determination building on his face like he just realized he skipped leg day. He admits to himself that if Manhwa had hesitated, he wouldn't be standing here now. Timing matters. He decides Miss Wu is right. They can't give up on anyone who still has a chance to be saved. He's fired up and promises not to give up on Miss Wu either, even if it means risking everything. He bursts into action, yelling Miss Wu's name, charging after her with urgency. Behind a wall of fire, he swings his broom dramatically, warning her to watch out for what's coming next. Miss Wu is suddenly surrounded by flames and magic, barely dodging a mysterious, shadowy monster attack. Even Harry Potter would have panicked. Both of them sprint for their lives, tentacles hot on their heels, while Miss Wu urgently shouts, run. The guy reaches for his weapon as fiery chaos and tentacles explode in front of him and his powerful teammate. These two are charging up the stairs, dodging wild purple tentacles flailing at them from every direction. The girl shouts, no path above. Let's go down, and the boy looks pretty stressed about it. Sprinting downstairs, she asks why he followed, and he fires back, what's the alternative? Watching you die. The girl blasts a tentacle, calling him her most troublesome student, which honestly sounds like every teacher's nightmare. The boy launches himself down the stairs, yelling that if she's upset, she better survive to complain to his parents. In a different room, a tough guy tries calling out for anyone, but realizes they're too deep for a signal. The muscle guy wonders if the rookie who called him in also rushed inside, realizing the kid is a total rookie. They're debating what to do, and the blonde says, what should we do? The other tells him to prepare for the worst. Looking at the exit door, the big guy says, let's hope at least one of them survives to open the door for us. The guy checks if the tentacles are gone while the woman leans exhausted against the wall, both clearly just survived something wild. The woman warns him the threat isn't over, they're just regrouping for another attack. No rest, and the tension is climbing. The guy slumps to the stairs, totally out of breath, declaring that he needs a break before he drops right there. She grins and points out his epic broom fighting skills and ability use. Turns out, he's the MVP janitor. The guy admits he's as shocked as anyone that his powers and sweeping actually worked. This is probably not on his resume. He finally gives her some credit, telling Miss Wu she's actually super impressive. Respect unlocked between these two. Suddenly, the guy interrupts, needing to check something. Miss Wu looks confused as he raises his glowing finger to a blue screen. He gets a crazy hologram asking if he wants to add Yuanchuan as a companion. He's about to make a big decision with one tap. Miss Wu shouts, yay, and the guy quickly shushes her. Not sure joining a squad ever felt this intense, definitely not like gym class. The guy's surrounded by digital screens, congratulated for adding a new teammate and offered a chance to level her up. Who knew hero upgrades could happen on staircase Wi-Fi? The main character checks his available points and sees which teammates can be upgraded. He realizes he could use all these points to upgrade himself too. He thinks the smartest move is giving everything to Miss Wu because her strength is their survival key. But if he stays too weak, he'll just slow Miss Wu down. Time to get strategic. He decides to split the points between himself and Miss Wu for the best chance. The moment he chooses, energy bursts around him. Upgrade sequence, engage. Instantly, he feels charged with power. Level 22, baby. Even my phone doesn't charge this fast. Now it's Miss Wu's turn. He says he'll upgrade her next with a determined look. With the upgrade, Miss Wu is surrounded by energy, transforming right before their eyes. He wonders nervously, what insane level has Miss Wu reached now? The girl discovers she's suddenly at level 52 and absolutely cannot believe it. Her whole expression screams, what just happened? The panicked scientist is freaking out, holding his head, yelling, nothing has changed. Why? Somebody's plan just did not work out. The woman glares and snaps, why can't you keep it down? Guess her patience has a lower level than everything else here. The woman grabs the guy by his collar and asks why he's been yelling. He's got no clue how to answer without looking silly. Nervously, he says he was just planning strategies in his head, but he sometimes ends up talking out loud by accident. She points out it's just the two of them, asking what strategies could possibly help. He starts to sweat like a gamer at 1% battery. Backing up, the guy insists he's only trying to help, but it's clear he's running out of excuses faster than my bank account after a Mr. Beast challenge. He gets serious, saying they can't keep going this way. He wants to find a way back up, asking if they're supposed to rescue someone. The woman's expression softens. She admits their target might not even exist, but she can't let him risk his life. Determined, the guy grabs a broom and shouts that he can fight, reminding her of his earlier skills. Brooms make everything cooler, right? She calmly explains their gap in combat skills. Her attacks could hurt the enemy, while he could barely stall them. Defeated, he concedes his attacks are weak. He highlights that being level 22 against a level 52 is like bringing a water gun to a dragon fight. With blazing confidence, and literally blazing hands, she tells him to stay close, follow her lead, and move upward together. The black-haired guy is silent, clearly thinking hard about their next move while tension fills the air. Miss Wu leads up the stairs, wielding both fire and ice, while the guy follows close, gripping his weapon tightly. The guy checks on Miss Wu, worried about her back injury after their last intense battle together. Miss Wu claims her back was fine, at least until he reminded her of it, which catches him totally off guard. She starts a mini lecture about brains and pain, saying we forget things unless someone brings them up again. Miss Wu winces in pain, saying now she has to actually deal with her back thanks to the reminder. Thanks, dude. The guy quickly offers to take the lead and save her some energy, but Miss Wu still looks stubborn as ever. Suddenly, Miss Wu stops him and warns there's some noise up ahead, raising the tension to the max. Both freeze on the staircase, inching forward, ready for anything, probably regretting not just taking the elevator instead. At the top, tangled tentacles block their way, and the guy asks if those creepy things are finally gone for good. The woman realizes all the tentacles they fought earlier are gone, and wonders out loud why the path is suddenly clear. The guy figures it out. Those chopped off tentacles were actually meant to block them, like a game with super annoying checkpoints. She analyzes it like a boss. These tentacles are reusing their losses to defend, not infinite like her patience for dumb monsters. With a burst of flame, she says there's hope. They can actually beat these guys if they push through now. She shouts for Haeyun to defend the rear, promising to make a hole in the tentacle wall so they can break through. Haeyun confidently agrees and readies his giant weapon, feeling the power from his recent upgrade. With fire swirling and energy blazing, both charge. She yells, let's go. And it's like the coolest superhero team up. The woman urges Haeyun to move faster through the fiery opening. He responds, here I come. Like he's late for pizza. Haeyun blasts forward surrounded by flames, launching himself straight through the smoky chaos. Suddenly, Haeyun smashes into a massive tentacle, hammer in hand, but the thing slaps back with a bang. The girl yells watch out, as a fiery explosion knocks a white-suited guy through the air, tentacles writhing in the background. This is getting intense. The mop-wielding guy lands hard on the stairs, determination in his glare as he gathers himself for round 2. Another character stares in horror at the wall of tentacles, shouting, oh no. The opening closed up, looks like there's no way back. The guy dodges lightning fast, slicing through the air as something dangerous barely misses his head. Now that's what I call a close shave. Both the mop guy and the woman share a shocked what? Moment. Eyes wide as the nightmare just keeps escalating. The mop guy rushes forward, broom ready, and the woman yells, head down quickly. That way is blocked. The tentacles start to close in. As they sprint away, the woman jokes, am I imagining things, or have your fighting skills improved? Mop guy replies, isn't that a good thing? Before they can catch their breath, a tentacle wraps around a woman. Her eyes go wide and our hero looks ready to act. Not the best time for a group hug. Another fiery arc explodes as our mop-wielding hero fights back, launching one of the monsters sky high in an epic reversal. With the mop smoking and tentacles retreating, the woman asks, decomposition? How did you manage that? Honestly, even I'm impressed. She explains a powerful skill that upgrades a monster's attacks, while some creepy monsters break through glass like they're auditioning for a horror movie. The guy in a white coat gets curious, admitting he hasn't seen that skill before and wants to know where she learned it. Suddenly, he unlocks a brand new ability called decomposition, and he's freaking out because it's actually real. He tries to play it cool, nervously joking that maybe he's just a total genius, even if his friend looks unconvinced. They rush down dark stairs, arguing about a cry for help, but the whole place looks straight out of a haunted house. She pauses, saying it's been ages since she last heard the mysterious cry, and she's now suspicious. He suggests it's a trap, realizing they've been lured by that sound, and now the eerie noise has vanished. The two glance around nervously, realizing something feels really off, and then a voice quietly says, "I'm right here." Both stare wide-eyed as the creepy sound returns, making them even more anxious than viewers waiting for a YouTube rewind. Our main guy clutches his broom and asks, "What's going on?" Because hearing these ghostly sounds is never a good sign. The two investigators creep through the darkness, catching only faint voices that send chills down their spines. Suddenly, the guy hears a male voice whisper, "I am here," which makes his partner question if he's just hearing things. They've been running down this staircase for what feels like forever, losing count of the floors. They're starting to worry if they'll ever stop. The guy nervously wonders out loud if they found the legendary endless stairs, while looking absolutely terrified. His partner smacks the idea down, insisting there's no way stairs can go on forever, unless they're in a gym, right? She reminds him they're facing real monsters here, not the cast of some old ghost story. The guy argues this place feels unreal enough already, like they're trapped in someone's wild imagination. She asks if he's noticed the total lack of any crystals so far, and he agrees, both growing suspicious. The woman explains that crystals power the monsters, so if there aren't any, something must be guarding them. He quickly turns off the light as she orders, ready to sneak in closer and uncover the secret hiding below. The guy is stunned by mysterious crystals floating all around them, asking if that's actually what he's seeing. He and Miss Wu get ready, saying the monster must be ahead, and maybe the person they're here to rescue too. Miss Wu looks serious, deciding they have no choice but to keep heading deeper into the darkness. The guy checks something on a glowing blue screen, which reveals their target is just 5 meters away. Suddenly, he yells, "Watch out," and both are swept off their feet by a powerful force. The pair crash land hard on the floor, barely dodging whatever dropped from above. Bet they wish they had helmets now. Miss Wu is stunned and asks the guy how he managed to spot danger in total darkness. He shrugs it off, joking he must have unlocked some new abilities after leveling up multiple times. The guy laughs, saying maybe his intuition is just sharper now, and this power-up is exactly what he needs right now. He turns to Miss Wu with confidence, asking her to let him take the lead from here on with his fancy new confidence. Miss Wu questions if the rookie is being way too bold trying to take the lead, basically calling the guy a trouble magnet. He asks Miss Wu about her magic range, and she's like, it hits about 10 meters, but after that it's basically a gentle breeze. The rookie grabs a huge broom and insists, as a close-range fighter, he should charge in first while Wu handles tactics from behind. He tells Miss Wu even though their team only has 2 people, teamwork can still make the dream work. Miss Wu looks serious, pointing out group warrior strategies make sense, but this isn't exactly the Avengers. The rookie says, still the best plan. Trust me on this, Miss Wu. He's either confident or just watched too many action movies. Miss Wu finally smiles, agreeing to try his wild plan. Let's hope it works better than my chemistry grades. They head up the stairs together, rookie leading with his broom while Miss Wu follows, ready for anything. Our rookie admits he's not sure about this broom's new feature. It only gave a warning at 5 meters last time. He wonders what the broom's maximum range could be, secretly hoping it's longer than his last relationship. The black-haired guy scans digital meters, calculating every move. Something big is coming, and he's got less than 10 meters to act. Fire bursts between our heroes as the girl shouts, a tentacle on the front right. Things are heating up more than my YouTube comments section. The guy charges in wielding a hammer, dodging a flaming tentacle swooping straight for him. He's either brave or really hates calamari. The girl, flames glowing in her hand, worries he misjudged the attack. Can he read the battlefield or just really good at poker face? With a fierce swing, the guy smashes his hammer down on the tentacle. That thing won't know what hit it, literally lightning reflexes. Impact. Fire explodes as the hammer lands, blasting the tentacle back. When these two team up, even monsters want a refund. After the dust settles, the girl asks, "Are you alright?" These two are straight out of a buddy movie, minus the snacks. The guy grins, asking, "So, how was my command?" He's definitely fishing for compliments after that heroic moment. The girl demands to know how he tracked 2 tentacles exactly. Was it just intuition? The guy sheepishly replies, sort of. She leans in, intense. Can you sense where that monster's main body is? The pressure's on. Can he pull off another epic move? Smoke fills a dark stairwell as tension rises. Something strange just vanished, and every step feels like it could be a trap. The confident detective teases the nervous guy, who's worried about being dissected. Honestly, I'd worry too with that look in her eyes. She insists they hurry, pushing him forward. He's not convinced this adventure is the safest field trip he's ever been on. Suddenly, things go wild. The guy swings his broom through the air, blazing energy everywhere, and the chase is on. He pauses, confused, staring at a shining object and says, "They've hit a dead end." Really, it's like every maze challenge ever. The detective is stunned. No monster, no crystals, and nobody to save, just a whole lot of confusion. The guy tells her to wait, spotting strange glowing numbers on the wall measuring meters. Now it's turning into math class. He urgently warns, "Miss Wu, step back." She asks what's wrong, proving she's got nerves of steel or zero instincts. The glowing numbers go wild, and now one reads 8 meters. Whatever happens at 0, it's not going to be confetti. The guy yells, "Run. Something's coming out." He swings his broom like it's his last day cleaning, and maybe it actually is. The black-haired guy charges forward, dragging his friend as chaos erupts behind them. Something crazy just smashed through the wall. Tentacles burst through the structure, slamming down and blocking their escape like someone dropped spaghetti on the floor. The woman yells that they need to get even higher. The purple monster is coming faster than ever before. The pair skid to a stop, staring at a giant mass blocking the stairs. Escape route totally cut off. Sweat drips down the guy's face as he realizes they're being trapped on purpose, the space closing on them every second. He's figured it out. They're being boxed in like a video game boss using zone control tactics to tire them out. With panic rising, the guy desperately checks a glowing status screen for any options, hoping for a miracle. He slams his finger on level up, deciding it's time to boost himself, because nothing solves problems like more XP. Now he's level 25, but he's shocked. Leveling is getting harder. It's like a mobile game money grab. He realizes now why he couldn't help Miss Wu level up before. The higher you go, the pricier it gets. Our main guy just unlocked a store function in his system, and he's about to go full online shopping mode in the middle of chaos. He finds the almighty enhancement crystal. This thing can double all his stats for 10 seconds. Basically, it's like a power-up shot of espresso. "This is the one," he shouts, crystal glowing, ready to throw down with a mysterious lady teammate at his side. Out of nowhere, tentacles attack. Hyan gets grabbed and our dude dives in like he's saving someone from the world's worst hair commercial. He yells, "Catch," tossing the crystal to Hyan while everything explodes into chaos around them. Hyan snags the crystal and looks totally confused, like she just got handed the TV remote with no instructions. Her partner, tangled up, shouts for her to use the crystal fast because they only get 10 seconds of superpowers, time for speed-running life. Someone gets swallowed by those creepy tentacles. This guy's luck is as bad as the Wi-Fi at a crowded convention. Suddenly, he's surrounded by glowing lights, answering calls for help as voices shout, "Chemical Wu." And he's like, "I'm here." He hears mysterious voices and suddenly everything clicks. It's like when you finally realize who actually ate your snacks. Haeyun is falling through darkness, panicking and reaching out, yelling for Miss Wu to help him escape. Close up on Haeyun's face, he warns Miss Wu not to fall for the monster's trap, even as he's helpless. Shadows close in as Miss Wu shouts for Haeyun, desperately trying to reach him before it's too late. Haeyun wakes up, disheveled but alive, surrounded by creepy monster tentacles and looking totally confused. Miss Wu races to Haeyun's side, checking if he's alright, while a crowd gathers and the tentacles still linger. Smiling, Miss Wu admits she couldn't deal with the tentacles alone and had to get backup. Sometimes you need more than Google for answers. Haeyun, still dazed, asks Miss Wu if she's the one who did all this, clearly shocked by the aftermath. Miss Wu explains the crystal Haeyun gave her was completely new and powerful, even she didn't see that coming. She flexes playfully, bragging about how the crystal supercharged her power and made her unstoppable. Haeyun tries to act chill but he's definitely sweating, giving a nervous smile as he says, "That's great." After running forever downstairs, they finally reach a door and wonder if they're actually close to the ground or just in some weird loop. Wu explains everything they heard was just the monster messing with their minds. Total illusion, not actual cries for help. He questions Wu, realizing her worry made her hear voices, but now he thinks someone else heard those voices too. The guy asks about being called Chemical Wu, and she admits it's connected to something deep and unresolved inside her heart. Suddenly, a ripped dude bursts in with a disinfectant sprayer. He tells them to quit talking and start spraying. Confused by the chaos, the main guy barely finishes asking before getting blasted in the face with disinfectant. They're forced to get in the quarantine truck after being covered in harmless disinfectant. Man, even their ride home is wild. This is not Uber. Inside the vehicle, he presses Wu about her unresolved feelings, wanting to know what really happened with her nickname. Wu looks down, sharing that the mysterious voice belonged to one of her old students, a memory that clearly hurts. Staring at her reflection, Wu wonders if her nickname meant her students hated her, admitting it's always bothered her deep down. Miss Wu gets told her nickname isn't a joke and looks totally confused while the guy explains. The guy reveals Miss Wu won every single event at the last faculty sports competition. We see Miss Wu basically annihilating the competition on the track, chemistry brain, but also super speed. The guy shouts, "Chemical Wu aces the chemistry Olympiad," and Miss Wu just stares blankly. Suddenly, Miss Wu bursts out laughing, saying everyone is just way too creative. She admits she worried for a long time. Turns out her serious face made everyone too scared to explain. But their deep talk gets interrupted by someone knocking on the glass, and both spin around. Outside, a mysterious guy in a suit just stands there, looking like every movie villain. Miss Wu mutters, "The Grim Reaper has arrived," while the guy nervously asks, "Who is he?" Miss Wu's dead serious. This guy's about to treat the student like a lab rat for dissection, and there's no cheese in sight. The guy freaks out when Miss Wu suggests a dissection. Dude, you know something serious when dissection comes up in conversation. Miss Wu clarifies, it's a psychological dissection. Turns out loads of people go a little bonkers after the questioning. Tension rises as someone keeps banging on the door. Miss Wu's had enough and promises to deal with it herself. She asks the nervous guy if he's cool with being questioned by a top researcher. He's sweating more than someone at a pop quiz. Miss Wu knows this researcher is their secret weapon to defeat monsters and close mysterious doors forever. Out of nowhere, she surprises him again. Where'd you find that enhancement crystal back there? The guy's still stuck on the whole psychological dissection part. Being mentally unsettled sounds worse than Monday mornings. He stammers that the crystal just popped up, same time as the monster. Coincidence? I think not. Miss Wu reassures him. There might be more questions, but chill out, it's all part of the plan. Chaos outside. Guards argue, but a new guy flexes his authority. Miss Wu gets a VIP quarantine pass to his vehicle. Our main guy considers revealing his secret system, hoping it could help everyone out in this wild new world. But then he panics. What if Miss Wu's warning was right, and they turn him into a research project? He freaks out more, realizing everyone has crazy abilities now, but maybe his is just way weirder than the rest. Looking down at the crowd, he wonders if getting research would actually help defeat the monsters out there. Suddenly, a blue light appears over his head. He's confused and a little worried. This is not your average Tuesday. A message appears, crystal clear, keep the system a secret from others. Like every gamer's worst pop-up, staring in shock, he yells, "What?" at the glowing screen. Definitely not the notification he wanted today. He tries to talk to the system, asking it how he's supposed to reply, basically hoping it has better customer service than his Wi-Fi. Outside, a girl watches the guy as he waves his arms and argues with an invisible screen, looking extremely suspicious. A guard jokes, does he always talk to himself like that? Maybe the real superpower is having zero shame. The teacher assures everyone that her student Haeyun is okay, just nervous because it's his first time fighting inside that mysterious door. Out of nowhere, Tiancheng corrects her, pointing out Haeyun fought monsters before, not in a door but with Benhua. The woman asks if Tiancheng checked up on Haeyun. He admits he only glanced, so no full detective skills unleashed, Sherlock style. She suggests getting cameras for the quarantine van, calling Tiancheng a control freak, and that's coming from someone who probably arranges her cereal by color. Meanwhile, Haeyun stands stunned, discovering the system predicts every event. There's no interactivity, but it's like a spoiler machine for his future. Haeyun promises he won't reveal the existence of the system. It's his secret, and secrets never cause problems in these stories, right? He watches as the digital screen pulses and wonders, what is this mysterious system? He's even sweating, and it's not leg day. Sitting alone, Haeyun checks his status. He thinks he earned points and hopes whatever reward is hiding isn't just a virtual sticker. Suddenly, a new feature pops up, Monster Guide. Technology with patch notes, but instead of a phone update, you get monster data. On screen, a hulking rock monster appears, looking like he skipped cardio for a lifetime. Seriously, this guy's biceps are actual boulders. Some kind of mysterious, glowing tentacle design appears, setting the stage for an epic challenge nobody asked for, but everyone wants. The main character checks out his digital monster collection, way cooler than Pokemon. He's got a rock monster card on display. Suddenly, new options flash on screen. It's a training session, and our hero has zero clue what he's signed up for. He's got to pick the field, monster type, and strength, but it's overwhelming, so he just picks the standard mode and hopes for the best. The screen says, secure your body, and the guy's confused, probably wishing he just picked easy mode, or maybe just stayed home. A countdown starts out of nowhere, and the main character is freaking out. Is this a game, or did he accidentally sign up for a spinning class? The numbers are dropping fast. He's floating in space. He's asking if something wild is about to happen. Spoiler alert, yeah. The countdown's almost done, and he looks totally spaced out. 1 second left before things get real. He dumps straight onto a metal floor in the training field. This is why you always read the terms and conditions, people. Our hero wakes up on the ground, looking like he needs 5 more minutes of sleep. Training fields should really hand out pillows. This guy just teleported into a creepy room with green flames trailing behind him like he's in the Matrix. He looks around, totally confused, and says, "What's going on? Why am I back here again?" It clicks. He picked the training field, so this must be some weird simulation. He's not in real danger, right? He tries to convince himself it's all virtual, but he's still freaked out. This place gives off big haunted house vibes. Suddenly, a group of mysterious shadowy figures appears, and he bolts down the hallway like his favorite snack just went on sale. He grabs a chair, realizing he's definitely stuck in a virtual space. Good news, if he fails, at least nobody will see it on YouTube. He reminds himself not to relax just yet and starts thinking about how to pump up his adrenaline. The guy finds a weapons room where he can pick anything, just like when Miss Wu asked him to make impossible choices. He remembers Miss Wu's advice: pick a weapon you feel connected to. Apparently, Lightsabers weren't on the menu. Suddenly, his eyes land on the ultimate prize, the legendary sword in the stone. Time to go full King Arthur mode. Our hero finds a glowing sword and announces, "This looks like a real great weapon." He looks super confident about it. As soon as he lifts the sword, lightning explodes everywhere. He screams, totally not expecting the world's loudest power-up. He yells, "I pulled out the sword in the stone," like he's the discount King Arthur. Hope it comes with a manual. This guy locks eyes with his sword, and something in that blade is looking back at him. Suddenly, a massive stone monster crashes down and sends him flying across the room. He hits the ground hard, staring up and thinking, have I ever faced monsters this huge before? Our hero leaps straight at the beast's face. Talk about high-risk parkour. He grips his glowing sword, determined, running won't cut it. Time to fight back. He charges forward, shouting, "Face the storm." As the monster towers ahead, the Colossus growls, but he doesn't step back. Instead, he goes all in for a showdown. The sword flashes, and he grits his teeth, barely holding the weapon as sparks fly. With a mighty swing, he unleashes a golden arc that splits the air, and maybe his gym bill. Standing in a pile of rubble, our hero marvels, is this the power of a proper weapon? Our main guy swings a glowing sword, facing off against a pack of terrifying monsters, and he actually looks excited about it. With a wicked grin, he shouts, "Come on," like he's about to host the world's craziest challenge. The monsters attack, but he dives right in, his sword slicing through like he's in an epic boss level. He unleashes a massive slash, sending debris flying everywhere. This isn't your average Tuesday. Grinning from ear to ear, he laughs, "This feels amazing, honestly, like someone just discovered caffeine." He jumps high, sword glowing, and says, "It's not just the weapon, but I've leveled up too." Someone's definitely been grinding XP. No longer the clueless rookie, our hero's ready to show everyone he's the new MVP of this dungeon. Standing on a mountain of defeated monsters, he laughs like a supervillain who just won a game of Monopoly. Two guys in suits peer down at him on the floor, worried. What's the situation? Does he need help? Spoiler, he probably needs snacks. Another guy checks closer and says, "No, he's just asleep." Looks like being a hero takes a lot of nap energy. Our main character is dead asleep, totally knocked out, even though the world looks chaotic around him. Suddenly, this guy in a suit smacks him awake like he's hitting a snooze button made of face. Before he knows it, the hero finds himself facing a digital screen, sword in hand. Decisions appear yes or no. Confused but curious, the main character touches yes, like he's agreeing to new terms and conditions. Instantly, he's sucked into a digital storm, flying through a tunnel of code and numbers like a glitchy superhero. Next thing he knows, he's back in the real world, face to face with the suit guy, demanding, "Who did it?" The suit guy flashes two fingers, asking, "What's the count?" like he's ordering drive-through nuggets. Main character's not having it. He yells, "Stop joking. What's going on?" Clearly not a fan of clowning around here. The suit guy says, "You're lucid. What just happened?" like he's Dr. Phil in a tuxedo. The main character pauses, looking serious and puzzled. Just now, wait, if remembering took longer, he'd be buffering. The guy with dark hair freaks out, yelling he's bleeding, but the purple-haired dude tells him it's just from hitting the floor. The dark-haired guy finally realizes what the super confusing instructions meant as he rubs his head, looking kind of lost. Purple-haired guy is completely baffled. Dark-haired guy tries to play it cool, saying he was dreaming the whole time. Purple-haired guy crosses his arms, asking if the other actually just fell asleep like that. Our guy admits he must have been exhausted. Purple-haired guy says his stamina is bad compared to Yuanquan's, and the dark-haired guy immediately starts worrying about where Yuanchuan is. Purple-haired guy tells him not to worry, Yuanchuan is just fine, she's already undergoing some more tests. Purple-haired guy looks back with a sly smile, letting him know he's next for testing, which sounds perfectly safe, right? Dark-haired guy imagines himself as a lab rat about to be dissected. Dude, calm down, it's just a checkup, not science class. As they walk, the dark-haired guy tries to break the tension by politely asking for the purple-haired guy's name. Purple-haired guy finally answers. He's Jay Tiancheng, from the Warrior Tech R&D division. And suddenly, this feels like a job interview. The main character grills the tech department, joking if they spend their days building warrior weapons or something wild. The other guy coolly says weapons are just part of their high-tech business, mystery levels rising higher than my grades. Suddenly, it's time to activate the shield, and a squad assembles outside a huge skyscraper. Something big is about to go down. The driver wastes no time, telling our guy to hop in the back seat, like a very intense Uber ride from the future. What's the shield? The main character asks, but the woman up front is too busy to spill secrets right now. Without missing a beat, our hero whips out a glowing blue panel, ready to handle his own mysterious mission. Apparently, training here earns XP. Looks like the main character's planning to grind harder than someone at the gym on January 1st. Message pops up confirming a new name, Shadow Feeler, accompanied by some tentacle action that looks straight out of a horror movie. The driver announces that the monster our guy fought has been officially named. Dramatization points 9,000. With a split-screen stare down, both characters say it's Shadow Feeler. And honestly, that's still a better name than my Wi-Fi. This guy looks shocked, staring at something off-screen with wide eyes and a single bead of sweat running down his face. The guy in the front seat snaps, demanding, "What did you say?" And the car fills with tension instantly. The black-haired dude grins, "How do you know the name just decided?" While the other guy looks super suspicious. "Well, I peeked at your phone," the black-haired dude confesses, casually admitting he totally cheated. "I'm sorry, I got curious and took a glance," he says, looking way too pleased for someone caught red-handed. He throws his hands up in apology, "My bad. It won't happen again." That's what everyone says before they do it again. The driver glares. "Be mindful. Peeking at phones is rude," he warns. The backseat guy just smiles. "Got it." The driver's inner thoughts kick in. He's lying. "My phone has a privacy screen. There's no way he saw it. Plus, I was watching." He never leaned over, he realizes, staring suspiciously in the rear-view mirror. Now things are intense. He wonders, what is he really hiding? Suspicion is bouncing around this car more than my last bank statement. He starts a voice recorder, gets all business, "Let's focus. Tell me exactly what happened today." The guy in back shrugs, "Sure." Our hero explains Miss Wu kept him late to practice warrior skills, but out of nowhere, a mysterious door appeared right in front of him. Suddenly, tentacles dragged him through the door. He missed how Miss Wu totally destroyed those monsters. The driver isn't buying it. He says the story is too vague, unlike Yuanquan's detailed version. Our hero admits he was panicking too much to remember stuff. Relatable. "I'd forget my own Wi-Fi password." He worries talking in detail could get him caught. One wrong word and the secret's out. The driver presses on, asking where the crystal he gave Yuanchen came from. Our hero says the monster yanked it from the wall. Now the tough question. How did he know the crystal could boost a warrior's abilities? Tension's super high. With a sly smile, he claims he just guessed. That's either genius or super lucky, right? Our guy insists he felt the crystal's energy the moment he touched it. Figured it was worth a shot. Talk about gut instinct. When asked why he didn't use it on himself, our hero says Miss Wu needed it more since she's experienced. Total team player move. The guy in black doubts his decisions, but his friend reassures him. Sometimes it's better to boost the strong than the weak, right? The purple-haired friend confirms the choice was spot on. Sometimes making the tough call is the right move. The purple-haired guy says Yuanchuan mentioned his sense, and reveals the black-clad guy's instincts are often really accurate. The guy in black gets serious. He's being officially invited to some mysterious testing. No pressure. Nervously, he wonders if he can refuse the invitation, but gets told, "You can't." That escalated fast. He's totally confused. If there's no option to say no, why even call it an invitation? Plot twist alert. Suddenly, he's all in. Turns out he gets to see awesome new tech for warriors. Who could resist that deal? Opening the car door, he's told to rest up. He'll hear from them once everything's scheduled. Out of the car, he admits this purple-haired guy is seriously tough to deal with. Like, boss-level tough. He gets a secret reminder: keep the system hidden, and choose his words with care if he wants to fool the purple-haired boss. This guy wakes up alone in a hospital bed, staring at the ceiling, wondering how his life got so weird. Suddenly, he's running up a staircase, chased by a giant shadow monster straight out of his worst nightmares. Every step feels endless, and he's thinking, endless stairs, this is worse than gym class. But then he realizes, no, this isn't a nightmare, it's really happening. Shadow tentacles swirl above as he lands dramatically, totally unfazed and ready to throw down. He flings a glowing weapon, light flashing everywhere, hoping he looks as cool as he feels. The energy blasts clash with monstrous shadows, making this training session look 10 times crazier. With a confident smirk, he declares, "This is the training ground I chose, because who doesn't want insane dream battles?" He admires his weapon, joking, "These training weapons rock. I wish I had them in real life, or at least in dodgeball." Suddenly, an even bigger, scarier shadow creature erupts above him, proving his day can always get wilder. Our hero gets launched into the air, dodging giant tentacles trying to take him down in an epic showdown. He flips mid-air with lightning reflexes, slicing through the tentacles with a move that would make even Spider-Man jealous. Suddenly, he wakes up laughing, shouting, "I did it." Like he just finished a real-life video game. His friend in a suit asks, "What did you accomplish?" Apparently, dream victories don't score you points in real life. The hero jumps up, pointing and yelling, "Why are you here?" That's one way to wake up your hospital roommate. The guy in pajamas freaks out as the sharp-suited visitor says, "Your mother asked me to." That escalated quickly. Stunned, the pajama guy catches a bag mid-air and asks, "My mother?" Like he just learned his mom is Batman. The visitor casually hands a phone over, explaining he already called the guy's mom and comforted her. Talk about customer service. Our pajama hero checks the phone. Nope, it's dead. He's got 0 battery and 0 luck right now. Visitor announces, "Quarantine's over. Change and follow me." Suddenly, Pajama Boy's day just got a whole lot weirder. As he stands up, he winces. Ouch. Looks like getting up is way harder than it should be. The fancy visitor wonders why he's still hurting, saying, "A warrior treated you." Pajama guy blames his dramatic limp on a cramp. The room empties and our main dude is told to hurry up and meet outside. No pressure, right? Stretching and grumbling, the pajama guy mutters, my whole body aches. Maybe he needs to stretch more and gain less. He suddenly recalls spending the whole night training in the system's ground. Is it possible that pain followed him out? Our main guy sits on his bed, tossing off his shirt to reveal some serious abs, looking absolutely shredded out of nowhere. He stands up, amazed by his own muscles, shouting, whoa. Like he just won a free car. Checking out his abs in disbelief, he realizes his system training actually worked. Now he's six-pack ready for summer. Meanwhile, someone in a suit watches a video of the flexing guy and just asks, is this guy an idiot? Harsh but fair. Cut to a determined woman walking toward a building, bouquet in hand. Someone's about to get surprised, or maybe pranked. She's talking to the nurse at the front desk, asking for a patient named Xiao Heiyun and definitely on a mission. The nurse delivers shocking news. Mr. Zhe just took him away, leaving the woman wide-eyed and seriously confused. The woman, now in pure shock mode, yells, what? Like someone just ate her fries without asking. She runs out just in time to see a speeding car disappear down the street, realizing she's been outpaced. Staring at the road with dropped flowers behind her, she sighs, darn, he was too fast. Should have signed up for that gym membership. Two guys rush down a hallway, one in a vest leading the way, the other looking slightly lost but determined to keep up. The dude in white asks, you got a charger? He really needs to call home because his phone died at the worst moment. Vest guy shuts him down instantly, reminding him that calls are banned here. Definitely not your average office building. They walk into a high-tech control room and the guy in white is blown away, asking, wow, what's this place? Suddenly, the vest guy snaps a wristband onto his guest like it's VIP access, except less Coachella and more secret agent. Mr. Vest explains, that's your visitor pass. Wear it at all times. So much for just a friendly tour. He keeps his word, leading his guest through a mind-blowing tech department filled with weapons. This isn't your neighborhood Radio Shack. The tour continues and the guide explains, melee weapons are here, and ranged ones over there. If only my kitchen was organized like this. The guy in white gets super excited, pointing out a legendary blade, the sword in the stone. Like he's about to start a real-life video game. Vest guy freaks out, how do you even know its name? Meanwhile the guest just grins, ready to drop some mysterious knowledge. The main character points at the legendary sword in the stone, stating the obvious label as if it's some huge discovery. He awkwardly apologizes to the red-haired guy, who looks like he just got roasted by a Wikipedia article. The main character follows the red-haired guy, silently worrying that his big mouth might get him in trouble with Shadow Feeler. Amazed by a room full of powerful weapons, the main character says he wants one, but he's told he'll need serious cash. The main character grins and asks if becoming a warrior means he can finally score some epic gear. The red-haired guy explains it's risky but the pay is good, then drops the classic national team or freelancer. The main character asks what the difference is, and learns freelancers get more freedom and better pay, but zero dental. Red-haired guy says the national team's on call 24/7 and loaded with exclusive gear. So much for weekends off. Main character does his deep in thought pose, saying he'll think it over since he's just a rookie. The red-haired guy says surviving two-door incidents is rare for a rookie, but the main guy insists he really didn't sign up for extra credit. The guy in the white jacket stands awkwardly while the other says, all right, I've honored my promise, so now it's your turn. He looks surprised and nervous, asking, you're going to test me? Like finals week, but way more intense. The guy in striped shorts steps out of a futuristic chamber as the man in a vest tells him, all right, you can come down now. Vest guy walks away, calling the shorts guy to a table for a heart rate check, and our dude looks kinda confused. The shorts guy is thinking, wait, this is just a checkup? I was ready for some next level insanity. Lying on the exam table, shorts guy relaxes but jokes to himself about being scared Miss Wu wanted to dissect him. Vest guy stands next to him and says, all right, just relax, getting all serious with his stethoscope. Suddenly, Vest guy asks, what are you hiding? And shorts guy freaks out, acting all innocent. Vest guy checks the monitor and says the shorts guy's heart rate is way up, someone's got secrets. Shorts guy starts sweating, whispering, is this a lie detector? This is more intense than a pop quiz. Vest guy reads the results and tells him, your body fat's down, muscle and bones are looking awesome since 3 months ago. Shocked and suspicious, shorts guy yells, how do you know that? Like he just caught his mom reading his diary. This mysterious guy literally pulls out school medical records like he's got access to Area 51 secrets. The guy on the hospital bed wonders if his entire life just got investigated harder than Mr. Beast's bank account after a challenge. You were in a coma, but recovered way too quickly. The suit guy is super suspicious about this miracle recovery. He calls out the dude's insane progress, clearing obstacles with nothing but a stool and broom. Is this the next Mr. Beast challenge? Up close and super intense, he demands, what on earth are you hiding? Like, interrogating a contestant before they win $10,000. Suddenly, the door bursts open and this fierce woman storms in, yelling, TNGCHENG. Hope she's not here for the world's loudest intervention. She marches right up, totally furious. What are you doing to my student? The teacher is not here for surprises. The boy calls out, Miss Wu. These hospital visits need a loyalty program with all this drama. Miss Wu says, get dressed, we're leaving. Pretty sure this is every student's dream escape from gym class. The suit insists it's just a checkup, but with everyone so dramatic, it looks like a normal day at a Mr. Beast video shoot. Miss Wu confronts the red-haired guy, calling him out for digging into privacy and pressuring people. Things are getting heated fast. She storms away, grabbing the black-haired guy's hand. Let's go. Ignore him. Looks like drama is a team sport today. The red-haired guy turns with a smug smile and shouts, Hey-yun. If you want a custom weapon, just ask. Maybe he just wants friends, custom-built ones. Miss Wu and Hey-yun rush out the door without a second thought. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Outside, Hey-yun asks, Miss Wu, you really dislike him? He tries to figure out why the drama at the Warrior Tech Department is hotter than the sun. Miss Wu says the red-haired guy develops warrior tech but despises warriors. Hey-yun's brain system error, please explain. Miss Wu crosses her arms, explaining that while studying the mysterious doors, the guy made a wild discovery. Turns out, a warrior was the one who released those monsters. Hey-yun looks like he just got a pop quiz he wasn't ready for. Miss Wu reveals the red-haired guy claims warriors and monsters are basically the same, and it led to a major argument. That must have made Thanksgiving awkward. She walks ahead, saying with that mindset, he'll never like the warriors. So basically, zero chance of a team reunion. Miss Wu looks serious and asks what's wrong as Hey-yun seems caught off guard, like he just remembered something big. Hey-yun holds out a shiny bracelet and admits he forgot to take it off, wondering if he should return it. Miss Wu smoothly takes the bracelet from Hey-yun, saying she'll handle it herself, and doesn't give him a chance to argue. Miss Wu eyes the bracelet and jokes about hidden trackers, while Hey-yun nervously assures her it's unlikely. Trust issues are real. Hey-yun thanks Miss Wu, looking relieved but still a bit tense as they wrap up their mysterious exchange outdoors. Later, Hey-yun sits on his bed in silence, as his mother worries he may need to stay at the hospital longer. With a shy smile, Hey-yun tells his mother he's fine and that being at home is way better than being in the hospital. His mother softly agrees and mentions Haihua also wants to come home soon, making things feel a bit more hopeful. Hey-yun promises his mother not to worry. Haihua will be discharged soon, and his mom tells him to get some early rest. Hospital's the only place where sleep is impossible. Alone, Hey-yun stares at his hand, confused by the truth. Were those monsters actually released by a warrior? Our main character stares at his hand, questioning if opening that mysterious door was the cause of everything that's about to happen. Sitting in front of a glowing screen, he decides, no point dwelling on unanswerable questions, staying focused on the challenge ahead. With determination, our hero lies down, planning to level up and become unstoppable, like it's just another day at the gym. Suddenly, he's transported to a room filled with shadowy figures, ready for the boss fight of his life. He launches into action, kicking so hard that the whole room shakes. If only my gym sessions were that effective. Meanwhile, a guy in a vest works late, lit up only by his phone and a giant monitor, suddenly catching something strange. The vest guy sees wild, spiking lines on a glowing screen, a warning that something crazy just got triggered. His eyes go wide as he stares at the screen, realizing whatever just happened could change everything for everyone.